Hello there. I am Nu-Trix, and today we're talking about Arturia latest soft synth called Augmented STRINGS. What is it? Well, first thing to understand, when you read the information coming with it, it's the first of a new series. So that's really interesting. Like, where are we going with this? What is it exactly? Well, they call it Augmented STRINGS because, for what I understand, they're combining 4 different layers, up to 4 different layers of synthesis into one sound. So you have a combination of string samples, virtual analog, wavetable, harmonics, and granular synthesis. They call it a streamlined synthesizer because there's not a lot of controls over it. It's very simple, very clean layout, and basically you play the sound, you pick another one, you do a little bit of controls. You don't have access to everything, but my guess is that this is the intro. This is the first one. And remember, they're talking about a new augmented series. So it's the first one they show us, and I'm really curious about what's going to come next. But I'm going to show you something. You have access to every possible synthesis control inside this in a weird way within Zen Beats. Come along. We'll see. It's a very simple layout. What's cool is that both side of the graphic will move as the intensity and the type of movement in the sound changes. So right off the bat, let's just play the sound. I've got this little... So they have these articulation of the sound. Some of them have been recorded by people playing it because it samples, and others are from the world of the synthesis. This is pretty nice. And he's playing that is really cool. And if you look at the sounds, you listen to them, you get... So, of course, the question is, these knobs, what do they control? It's not always the same thing. These are macros that affect different section of it. So you've got the morphing. So you see that you've got these different lines here. What I understand, or what I'm guessing, is that you're morphing between like layer 1, 2, 3, and 4. Might be mistaken, but the graphic, if it has any logic to it, is that here you only listen to the last one. Here you listen to 2, 3, the 4 of them, and as you go here, you hear more of 1. So you're basically morphing between the volume of 4 different sounds. You got effects. For what I tested, this is often something like a chorus or a flanger or a phaser, as this one it changes more. You've got a delay at the bottom here and a reverb. Just a one knob, so you don't have that much control. But they're selecting stuff for you, and I think it's a good selection. Motion, depending on the sound you picked, might bring up... listen to this one. I'll show you one that is really nice. This one here. If I play it now... Yeah, I'm playing 3 notes. Actually 4 notes. All these. Let's stop this and just like press one key. one note playing. And now if I morph, if I bring the motion up, this is really cool. It gives it that acoustic reality, that movement, but it has that weird sound. I like it. I like that. One thing that I like in music is having these really recognizable real instrument, and at the same time having these really electronic sounds in the same song. And it gives you that depth that the electronic sound sounds even more electronic because he's side by side with a really acoustic sound, and the acoustic sound even more acoustic. Even if it wasn't fully acoustic, it sounds more acoustic because he's paired with a synthesizer sound. So I like that depth, that difference. Listen to these. These are really, that's another one here. This one is the smooth Raver. Listen to this. More electronic kind of sounding. Less motion. Bring the effects down. This is nice. So you're playing with the rhythm here. Like this is kind of a filter kind of sound. This is really, really smooth and nice sounding. Let's try this one. I'm always playing the same notes over and over. There's just a different motion that you have. Again, if you change here. Now you're not changing the tempo and the rhythm, you're changing more of the sound of it. This one is a ringing. It's a ring modulation. They're really nice. Some of them are really, really short. I like it. Listening to these sounds by themselves, put the headphones, because the depth, the nice, they're just like wrapping you, you know? So using only my same riff that I have, this one here, I decided to create that little song by playing with these told you earlier that we could have access to all the parameters. You go, okay, how do I have access to these? Wait a sec. I don't know if I'm supposed to see this, but if I go here into adding new automation, I go here, augmented strings, I see everything. Sampler sustain. So my first layer is a sampler. Second one is a virtual analog synth. Third one is granular, and fourth one is harmonics. So I've got my 4 playing. I've got access to everything here. And it shows you how powerful the engine that is under it actually is. It's really powerful. It seems to be like a full, it's a really full synthesizer using all the synthesis that Arturia has. So something a little bit out of the kind of a Pigments engine that you have behind it. It seems to be something like that. This is really impressive. That's it. This is free for the month of April. After that, I don't know how much it's going to be, but right now it's free. And again, first of a new augmented series. So I'm curious about what next they're going to come up with. Download it, have fun, make more music. See you soon.